Imagine this. It's 1995, and Joe, a skilled auto mechanic, has a shop in his hometown. He's known for honesty, exceptional service. His garage smells like hard work, integrity, and a little bit of gasoline and brake fluid. Business is good. Then, the internet happens. At first, it's just noise. It's for the big boys, Joe says, as he's wiping his hands on a dirty rag. I've been doing it this way for 20 years. Word of mouth works perfectly fine. Don't fix what isn't broken. But then, his daughter comes home the next day. And she says, "Dad, I saw Mike's Auto Repair from down the road on the internet today. They're offering coupons and you can book online." The next day and the next week, one of his loyal customers doesn't show up. Joe doesn't think much of it. He says, you know what? They might be on vacation. But as the weeks follow, suddenly less and less loyal customers are showing up. So Joe starts working harder. He's now working night times. He's missing family dinners. He's repairing cars on the weekend. He thinks by doing harder work, he's solving the problem, but he isn't. At the end of the day, it's not about effort, it's about evolution. In 2010, Joe's shop closed down. Not because he wasn't any good, it's because he didn't adapt. AI, that's our new internet moment. And small businesses have a choice to end up like Joe and not adapt and become irrelevant. The choice is theirs. Billion-dollar companies made the same mistake as Joe. They didn't evolve. They didn't continue to grow and harness technology. Some awesome examples: Blockbuster. Netflix approached them in the year 2000 and offered to sell to them for $50 million. Blockbuster laughed them out of the room. Netflix was all about convenience. First, with mail order DVDs, then by streaming. By 2017, Blockbuster was gone. Toys R Us. They didn't build an e-commerce themselves. They let Amazon do it for them. And then when Amazon decided to actually start selling toys themselves directly, Toys R Us was behind the eight ball. And they went into bankruptcy in 2017. Sears should have dominated. They had the warehouses, the infrastructure, they had the catalogs, and most importantly, they had the loyal clients. For any of the younger generation, ask your parents and your grandparents. They really love Sears. Kodak. In 1975, they developed the first digital camera. They sat on it. They wanted to protect film sales. They were more worried about nostalgia than they were with growth. Sony and Canon didn't have that problem. And sure enough, Kodak went by the wayside. The Yellow Pages, the Google of the printed world. They didn't look into online directories. They got stuck holding paper in a digital world. MySpace, the first social network. It was pretty awful. There were ads everywhere. It wasn't user-friendly. And Facebook swept in. They saw an opportunity, a nice, clean format. based on actual user connection. Tower Records, they were the ultimate music store. But when Apple and iTunes started offering 99-cent downloads, they were more worried about aisles and albums. And in 2006, they closed down. BlackBerry, also known as Crackberry. People loved the keyboards. It was huge in the business world. There was a lot of security there. When Apple came out with the iPhone and their touch screen and their apps, BlackBerry actually thought that it was a fad. By the time they realized it wasn't, it was too late. They were gone. Motorola, they created the mobile phone. They were the phone company. But you know what? They got content. They didn't innovate. And you know what? They got sold off in pieces. The common theme there is they all waited too long. They mistook size and tradition for safety. Why do small businesses struggle with AI? Let's face it, as a small business owner, you wear many hats. You're the CEO, you're the sales team, you're even the janitor. AI seems intimidating and expensive. It sounds like something for Silicon Valley. It also scares people. Is it going to take the jobs? Is it going to change the business? At the end of the day, I often hear, I don't want to lose personal touch. I don't have time to learn something new. There's often a, we've done things this way mindset for a long time. And I don't want my customers talking to robots. Even if they're interested, they don't know how to set it up. They don't realize that there's free tools out there and even cost-effective tools available to them now. And they don't know how it applies to their company or even their industry. There's a unique advantage of small businesses have though. It's human connection. One time I showed up at a job site and the customer was hugging one of our technicians after they cleaned her roof. She said the house reminded her of her late husband. And she was crying when she said, it finally feels like home again. AI ain't doing that. Hands-on, personalized service. Listen, AI could schedule the appointment, but AI isn't power washing the house or grooming the dog. Listen, when Rosie from the Jetsons shows up with a power washer, then I'll get worried. Until then, we're good. Community trust. AI isn't donating to the school fundraiser. It's not sponsoring the Little League team. It's definitely not going to the Chamber of Commerce mixer. Look at it across multiple platforms of different industries. AI isn't the barista that knows your name and your exact order. It's not the dog groomer that knows your dog's nervous tics. And it's not your barber who knows that exact fade that you're looking to get. How do you start with AI? You don't need to overhaul your entire business. Start small, stay simple. AI can do a lot of awesome stuff, but think AI plus human, not AI instead of human. People don't like bad AI. Who does? But people love fast, reliable answers and not being stuck on hold. Listen, these are a few things that you can start with here. I encourage you to pick one and use it over the next 7 days and see the difference it can make in your business. You could start small. AI chat boxes, fast prompt replies off hours. AI receptionist, we have that running in our business now. That's for overflow and off hours. It's superior to just leaving a voicemail. I know that we captured that customer's information, and they're way less likely to now call a competitor. I even like to have a little fun, and I test it out sometimes. At the end, I say, hey, when you're done cleaning the windows, do you think you could deliver a pizza? It says, well, we're gonna make your house sparkle and look amazing, but unfortunately, we're not in the pizza making industry at this time. I try to throw a few curveballs in there to really test it for our customers. AI marketing. You can use it for social campaigns. You can use it for taglines. You can use it for ad creatives, email automation. You can use it for drip campaigns, follow-up sequences, AI bookkeeping, track your expenses on QuickBooks using AI, and hiring and training. Let it help you develop your job posting. Let it scan through resumes. Let it help you with the SOPs for new hires. Listen, you don't need a tech degree. You just need the courage to start, and I encourage you to do that. How to keep the soul in your business. Automate the low-value tasks. You can have it help with setting up quotes. You can have it make sure that it helps you with appointment reminders and even follow-ups after the service. We got a 40% increase in our text message response rate using AI. Let AI find leads while you sleep. Let it help you identify your customer avatar. Let it help you target. Let it help you find the perfect time to send the message, which is crucial. I have a buddy of mine who owns a landscape company, and he doubled his spring sales using AI automation helping with his Facebook ads. Listen, AI sends the quote, you win the job. AI follows up, you deliver the wow. It's your legacy, and it's your choice. As small business owners, we're the backbone of the economy. We create jobs. We provide for families. And we build legacies. AI will not take your business, but the businesses that use AI will take your business. Where can you start using AI today? What's one task you could automate this week? And what would you change if you had 10 hours back each week? Let's go back to Joe the mechanic for a minute. What if he embraced the internet? What if the business thrived and he was able to open up multiple locations? What if he was able to hire more technicians? What if he was able to retire early? The dream. What if he was able to hand it down to his kids and his grandkids? Listen, Small business owners, we're scrappy. We hustle. And we get things done. This is no different. AI is here to stay. The question is, are you going to use it to elevate yourself, or are you going to sit back, wait, and hope it doesn't take everything you built? The decision is yours. Let's build the future together. Thank you.